You're here now. That's enough. No expectations. No one's watching. No one needs you to explain. You don't have to be okay. Not tonight. Not for anyone. There is a quiet place waiting, and you don't have to earn it. Just let your shoulders fall, even a little. Let your breath come slower. You've been holding so much for so long. And maybe you don't even know why you're still awake, why the light feels sharp, why your chest feels full of something that won't speak. You don't need to explain that here. This isn't a place for answers, just a place to rest. There's a light on the wall, faint, like a whisper, like something watching gently, not judging. And it hasn't gone out, even when you looked away, even when you stopped hoping. It stayed. So did he. You're not alone, even now, especially now. His breath is not loud. It doesn't rush in. It doesn't command. It lingers like a warm wind behind the curtain, like the feeling that someone just left the room but didn't close the door. You can rest here. You don't have to believe anything, not yet. Just stay. I am with you always. Even if you can't feel it yet, even if you're not sure you want to. He doesn't ask for faith, he offers presence. Like a hand resting, not grasping. Like a voice that doesn't rush you, only waits. There's a breath caught in your throat. Let it go. You're safe here. You're not being measured. You're being held. Just like the moonlight, it touches everything, but forces nothing. That's what grace feels like. You don't have to earn it. You just let it happen. There's more coming, but not yet. For now, just breathe. Did someone ever sit beside you and say nothing at all, but still made you feel safer? That's what this is. Not a lesson, not a sermon. Just someone staying. There's a softness in the air, like a curtain shifting when no wind is there. Maybe that's him. Maybe that's enough. He never needed the thunder. He never asked for grand gestures. Just space to be near. And right now, you're allowing him that, even in your silence. Especially in your silence. Somewhere nearby, a light hum, maybe the night breathing with you. Maybe the spirit. He doesn't knock. He doesn't barge in. He just remains. A warm palm, the weight of nothing, but the comfort of everything. Even the room listens. Can you feel it? The hush in the corners, the stillness behind you. Not empty, not hollow, but full of waiting, full of peace. You're not forgotten. You never were, even when you stopped asking. Even when your prayers faded mid-sentence. He held them, even the ones you couldn't finish. Like a hand reaching and resting over yours without pressure. Just warmth, just presence, just him. You don't need to make sense tonight, not to God, not to me. This is not a night for clarity, it's a night for comfort. And he whispers again, I am with you always. Let that echo in the quiet folds of your blanket, in the breath you didn't realize you were holding. In the half-closed curtain, swaying without wind. In the flicker on the wall, still there, still holding. Still watching, still loving. Don't rush to sleep, let it come. Like a wave that doesn't crash, but washes. And let this truth be the shoreline, you were never alone. Not in this moment, not in your tiredness, not in the ache that won't name itself. You're known without performance, without needing to be fixed. And there's more to come, but for now, let's sit in the silence a little longer. Just you and the one who stays. Some nights feel like a question with no answer, a prayer with no reply, a hallway with no door. But even there, he walks with you. Not speaking loudly, not rushing ahead. Just walking. Maybe tonight, you don't need a way out. Maybe you just need a hand beside you. A quiet presence, the hum of breath, the moonlight on the wall, still soft, still patient. And if your heart is still racing, if your thoughts won't settle, that's all right too. There's no timeline to peace. He isn't hurrying you, he's waiting with you. A flicker, a breath, a whisper. Each one a way. He says, you're not alone. There is no pressure to be okay, no script you have to follow, no version of yourself you must pretend to be. You're allowed to just be exactly as you are. Tired, uncertain, a little undone. And he is still here, still staying, still whispering peace into the shadows. Do you hear that? Not a sound exactly, but a presence. Like a breeze across your skin when the windows are closed. Like the warmth of someone just outside your vision. He is that close. And even closer. You don't have to do anything to keep him here. He chose to stay. He always chooses to stay. That flicker of light on the wall, it's moved just a little, but it's still here. So is he. And somewhere deeper in you, where words just don't go, maybe that's where he touches. Not to change you, not to pull anything out. Just to remind you that even there, you are known and loved and safe. No matter how far you feel, no matter what your day held. This is not distance. This is not punishment. This is presence. So tonight, just let it be this: you breathing, him staying. And if sleep comes slowly, that's okay. Let the quiet stretch out. Let the night do what the day could not. Let it hold you. I am with you always. Even when you forget, even when you can't feel it. Especially then. Let that promise be the final thought before everything else falls away. He's not finished speaking, but he'll say it slowly, gently, all night long. Let it go. You don't have to try tonight. I know you've carried more than most people see, but you don't have to hold it now. Just this breath, then the next. That's all. Feel your chest rise. Not perfectly, just enough. Like a wave that never needs to crash. There's no one measuring you here. No one asking for more than you can give. Your breath is still yours, even now. And his breath, it's quieter than you think. More like warmth than sound. More like the hush of wind under a thick blanket. Feel that weight. Not heavy, but firm. Like something anchoring you without pinning you down. It's okay to feel the tension in your shoulders. And it's okay if it doesn't leave right away. But maybe, just maybe, you don't have to carry it all tonight. Let the air fill your belly, slow, gentle. Then let it go. Not a sigh, not a statement, just a release. You weren't built to hold the world. Even he rested. Even he paused. You can too. The room may feel still, but you are not alone in it. Somewhere, there is a door barely cracked open. You haven't looked through yet, but the air has changed. Something waits on the other side. Not in a rush, not demanding, just waiting. Like he does. Always. He gives rest to the weary. He does not say, "First, explain your day." He doesn't ask, "Why are you still struggling?" He just says, "Rest." That's all. That's enough. Let your arms grow heavier. Feel the mattress hold you. It's strong enough. And so is he. The tension in your jaw. Let your brow soften. If your thoughts keep moving, that's okay. You don't have to stop them. You just don't have to chase them. Just let them drift like birds above a quiet lake. You're here now, and that's enough. You don't have to change to belong here. You don't have to try to heal. Healing comes anyway. Like night falling. Like dew settling on the grass that never asked for it. You are not forgotten. Not even a little. You are being held. You always were. You just needed quiet enough to feel it. There's a blanket over you now. Maybe not in fabric, but in presence. Something warm, something steady, pressing gently against your chest. It says, "You don't have to carry this. Not tonight. Not alone." Close your eyes if you'd like. There's nothing to see right now, except maybe the faint light by the door. Still there. Still waiting. Just like him. Your spine can rest now. Let it sink, vertebra by vertebra. There's nothing to brace for. Nothing chasing you here. Only breath. And peace. Like the hush before rain. You don't have to rush to peace either. Just lie back and let it find you. It always does. Just like he does. The shadows on your wall are softer than they used to be. They don't reach for you. They stay in place. Still. Quiet. Like they're listening. Even silence can be holy. And tonight, this quiet is sacred. You're not doing nothing, you're receiving. And receiving is not lazy. It's trusting. It's brave. It's holy. Let the blanket on your chest press a little more. Let it tell you, I'm still here. No pressure, no performance. Just comfort and gravity. He gives rest to the weary, not because they earned it, but because he loves them. That includes you, especially you. You don't have to understand it. You don't even have to feel it right now. But it's still true. Like the moon you haven't looked up to see. Still there. Still whole. Still watching. Somewhere beyond your window, a tree sways. No storm, no gust. Just a rhythm. Like a breath. Like your breath. In and out. And again. The same rhythm he gave you at the beginning. Before worry, before work. Just this rhythm. Still here, still yours. Let your fingers uncurl. Let your toes forget their grip. There is no ground to hold tonight. Only air. Only rest. Only God. There's a softness waiting behind your eyes. A place your thoughts are too tired to reach. But your spirit knows it. Like a hand reaching toward light it never has to touch. That's where he is. That's where he stays. You're not required to meet him. He's already here. The door is still cracked open. You haven't looked through, but light is spilling under it. Like a whisper that hasn't found its voice yet. It waits. He waits. You don't have to open it yet. You don't have to be ready. For now, just feel the light at your feet. Soft. Still. Safe. There's nothing you need to figure out. Nothing to fix. Just this breath. And the next one. Let your chest rise, even if it feels heavy. Let it fall like a leaf on still water. Again and again. There's no rush. You're not behind. Not with him. Never with him. He keeps pace with the slowest heartbeat. and yours still beats. That's enough tonight. Let the corners of your eyes soften. The weight behind them ease. You've seen so much today. Too much, maybe. But he saw it all with you. And now he asks for nothing more. Just your presence. Just your breath. Just this moment. The rest can wait. The list, the thoughts, the wondering. All of it can wait. Let the ceiling above you become sky. Let it stretch and disappear. Let the walls around you fade to quiet hills. And let the ground below become a field, soft, open, steady. This is where he meets you. Not in striving, not in answers, but here, in the quiet, in the stillness, in the not knowing. He gives rest to the weary. You are not a burden. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are here. And that's all he needs. Can you feel the air shift around you? Like someone just entered but said nothing. Like someone sat down without needing attention. That's him. Not loud. Not dramatic. But near. Like a warm coat you didn't know you'd been missing. And now he covers you with it. Let it rest on your shoulders. Let it wrap around your spine. Let it whisper. No tension in your jaw. No need to clench your hands. Let go. Just a little more. There's time. There's always time in his presence. You are not late to your own healing. Let that thought dissolve. Like fog on a warm morning. You are safe here. Safe in the quiet. Safe in the slow. Safe in him. The door is still cracked. Light is still glowing. But you don't have to walk toward it. Not yet. This moment is enough. And he is enough for it. The room hasn't changed. But somehow, everything feels softer. You're breathing slower now. Your hands no longer holding. Just resting. like leaves that drift and find the ground without effort. That's you. You're allowed to drift, to trust the ground will hold you. It always has, and he always will. The shadows are longer now, but they do not threaten. They whisper. They wait. Not every shadow means danger. Sometimes it just means the light is resting too. Like the sun folding behind a hill. Like a candle still warm after it's gone out. You're not in the dark. You're in the pause. The sacred pause. Where God does not speak with thunder, but with stillness. Not with force, but with presence. He's not far. He's never far. He is closer than your breath. And your breath is holy now. Not because it's perfect, but because he is with it. With every inhale, with every quiet release. You don't need to speak. He hears what lives inside you. He hears the parts you forgot how to say. And still, he stays. The blanket still rests over your chest, like an embrace that asks for nothing. It holds the rise and fall of everything unspoken, of everything undone. He gives rest to the weary. Not just rest from work, but rest from carrying, from proving, from pretending. You don't have to carry this now. The day is gone. The weight can go too. You're safe. You're known. You're allowed to fall into quiet. Like stepping into a warm pool that meets every corner of you. No resistance. No fear. Only rest. And somewhere behind that slowly opening door, a wind moves. Not toward you yet, but it's coming. And with it, something good. You don't need to see it yet. You only need to feel. He's here, and he isn't leaving. Even if your thoughts drift, even if your eyes close, even if you don't hear the next word, he's still here. And the story is still unfolding. But for now, just breathe. Just rest. He gives rest. And he gives himself. You're not alone. You never were. Let that settle in your chest like the last light of day. Soft, unhurried, still here. You are held. You're not alone. Even now, even here, your breathing is quieter now. Your body still learning how to soften. But your soul knows this stillness. It remembers. Long ago, before the world began, before the weight you now carry, you were known. And tonight, you are held. There is no need to speak, no need to explain. The one who listens already knows. Let this prayer begin, not with words, but with stillness. Let it begin with breath, not yours alone, but his, with you, around you, like wind through the leaves on a night you can't quite remember. A warm hand rests on your shoulder now. You don't need to look. You already know it's there. The pressure isn't heavy. It doesn't push. It anchors. You are not drifting. You are not lost. You are being held. There's a candle somewhere nearby. It flickers softly, not fading, but waiting. Its flame has not yet dimmed, and neither have you. You are still here, still breathing, still breath holding. So, we begin this prayer not in strength, but in surrender. Let the words come later. Let the silence be enough. Be still and know that He is God. You're not late, not behind, not forgotten. There is no race tonight, only arrival, only breath. And here you are. Like someone stepping into a room they've always belonged in, but never dared to believe. There's a hush here. Not silence, but stillness so deep it holds. like water cupping your hands, like the weight of a warm blanket settling without a word. You are not asked to speak, not even to think, just to be. Let your shoulders fall, not by force, just permission. A small release. That's enough. There's a hand, you might feel it, resting on your shoulder. It doesn't push. It doesn't pull. Just rests. Just stays. The kind of touch you don't even notice at first until you realize you're breathing slower. Let your eyes close if they want to. Let the dark around you feel soft. This is not emptiness. This is presence. The candle in the corner still burns. Its flame hasn't dimmed, not yet. And neither have you. Even if you feel small, even if your thoughts are fraying at the edges, there is room here for all of it. No fixing, no mending, just resting. Can you feel it? Like the hum of an old hymn you forgot you knew. Like the quiet voice of someone who knew you before you asked to be known. No pressure. No judgment. Only presence. You don't have to hold the prayer. You don't have to say the right words. You don't even have to believe. Sometimes, just the stillness is enough. And tonight, it is. Let this be the shape of your prayer, a body lying down, a breath slowed, a hand resting beside you. This is what it means to be held. You're not alone in the dark. You're not drifting. You're not lost. You are placed. You are known. And the one who placed you, he stays. Even now. Even here. Let your soul lean in. Not because it has to, but because it can. Because there is room. Because the door is still opening. And something gentle is waiting just beyond it. Don't try to feel anything. Don't try to make it holy. It already is. The sacred lives in the simplest things, like this moment, like your next breath. Not every prayer sounds like one. Sometimes it sounds like silence. Sometimes it sounds like letting go. Let your thoughts drift. Let them come and pass. They don't need to settle. You don't need to fix them. They're not heavy anymore. You don't have to carry them. Let that truth settle like fog over still waters. Let it move slowly through your chest. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are here. And here is where He is. You don't have to reach. He has already been close. You don't have to invite Him in. He's been waiting on the steps. Through all the noise, through all the striving, through all the pretending, He never left. Can you feel the stillness now? Not forced, just offered. Like open arms you don't have to earn. Like that warm hand still resting on your shoulder. No grip. No weight. Only presence. Let the warmth seep in. Like sunlight through your eyelids. Like a childhood memory you can't name but still feel. This is prayer, too. This is being het. And if you need to cry, cry. Or if you need to sleep, sleep. There's no wrong answer here. There's no expectation to be anything other than this. Soft, human, loved. The flame in the corner, it's still there. Still burning. Not because you keep it lit, but because He does. That is grace. You're not responsible for staying spiritual. You're just invited to rest. So let's do that now. Not with words, not with effort, but with stillness. You don't have to reach for God. Just notice. He's already here. The hum in your chest, that's not anxiety. That's life. and it's being held too. Everything you are, seen, known, safe, not because you feel it, but because it's true. So now, as the breath slows again, let it happen. Let the weight on your chest feel less like burden and more like power. You are not carrying this. You are being guarded. And soon we'll follow that flame. Not yet, but soon. There's something about candlelight that makes everything gentler. Not brighter, not louder, just softer. And tonight, softness is enough. It's okay if the flame flickers, if it bends a little with the breath in the room. Even a flicker still gives light. And you, even now, still carry light too. He placed it there, long before you earned anything, long before you could lose it. You may feel dim. You may feel tired. But his light doesn't need your strength. It just needs space. Let that space grow now. Not in your thoughts, but in your chest. A quiet widening. A letting go. And within each breath, imagine it. A room with no ceiling. A sky that does not press down. Only space. Only air. Only grace. There's a reason we pray with our eyes closed. Not to block out the world, but to see differently. To see from the inside. To see what the soul sees. And right now, your soul is looking toward light. It may not feel like it. It may not feel like anything. But the soul leans even when the body sinks. You don't need to do anything. This prayer is not made of words. It's made of stillness, of staying, of yielding, of trusting that his hand hasn't left your shoulder. And that candle still burns in the corner, still warm, still steady, still waiting. What if prayer wasn't something you offer, but something you enter? What if it's already here, already surrounding you like night air on skin? You're not far. You've never been. And in the quiet where your name isn't spoken, you are still known, still chosen, still home. The flame hasn't dimmed, but your eyes, they're getting heavier. And that's good. Sleep is not a failure of prayer. It's a continuation. Like a child dozing off in the middle of a whispered story. Like trust so deep it forgets to stay awake. That's what we're moving toward. And the candle, still burning, but just for a little while longer. You've made it this far. That's already enough. Let this next breath come slower, and the next one even slower. Like waves lapping at the edge of shore. Coming, staying, leaving, but never in a rush. You don't need to rush either. Even if your thoughts try to get up again, let them move like birds in the distance. There, but not inside you. This is not the time to fix. Not the time to understand. This is the time to rest. Even God rested. And he didn't need to. He simply chose to. So you can choose to. To set everything down. All the things you were holding. The tension in your jaw. The weight in your chest. The clenched grip of your thoughts. Let them fall like stones into a river that keeps flowing. And you just stay here, in the stillness that doesn't demand anything, that just lets you breathe. And if something inside you whispers, "But what if I don't deserve rest?" then let this truth come softly. He gives rest to the weary, not to the perfect, not to the strong, not to the finished, to the weary. So if that's how you feel, you are exactly where you need to be. There is no gate to pass through, no password to earn rest. there is only presence. Only the feeling of his hand resting weightless on your shoulder. That hand doesn't carry a list. It doesn't carry correction. It carries only comfort. You are not alone. Not in this breath. Not in the next. Even the silence has his warmth in it. Even the shadows carry his shape. Even the blanket that rests on your body. That's him too. And still, the candle burns. Still not flickering out. Still saying, this moment is not over. It's just beginning to become holy. Not because of words, but because of your stillness. Because of his nearness. Because the space between breaths is no longer empty. It's full of him. The God who doesn't barge in. The God who doesn't shout, but walks gently, stands quietly, waits fully. Even now, even here, even if the door you saw earlier hasn't fully opened yet. It's okay. There's still time. There's still more. And the candle still flickering. And now you are still here, not floating away, not running, just here, safe in this breath. You don't have to prove it. Don't have to hold it. Just let it settle. Like mist over the fields. Like moonlight on still water. He is that soft. That quiet. That close. If your eyes are closed now, let them stay closed. If they flutter open, that's okay too. There is no rule here, so just presence. He is presence. Even in a room where nothing moves. Even when your hands aren't doing anything. He is still holding you. That hand, resting gently on your shoulder, is not going anywhere. Not until your breath deepens. Not until the night forgets how to be loud. Not until you remember how to be still. like the earth after a storm, like a child leaning into their father, like a prayer without words. And the candle, still burning, not flickering, not fighting, just glowing, like something ancient, something sacred, a reminder that God doesn't vanish when the light dims. He stays in the quiet. He speaks in the hush. He holds, even as you sleep. And if you're not asleep yet, that's okay. You're already resting, already being held. Not because of anything you did, but because of who He is. The God who watches over you without blinking, who doesn't get tired of staying close, who never thinks you're too much. And when the world goes quiet, He stays. He stays. He stays. The hand still on your shoulder, the flame still in the corner, and the door still slowly opening. But we won't walk through it just yet. There's still more stillness here. Still more space to breathe. Still more night to lean into. Still more peace to be given. Not earned. Given. And now, let the next part carry you deeper. Not into doing, but into being. He is here. You're not all the way here, but that's okay. Not every part of you needs to arrive. Some thoughts are still floating, some sounds still come and go. And somewhere, further back, something still aches a little. But that's not a problem. Because even here, even in the dark, He is near. You don't have to chase that truth. You don't have to hold it tight. Just let it sit beside you like a small flame in the corner of a quiet room. Let it flicker without needing to shine. There was once a man who thought he wasn't ready. His hands trembled too much. His voice cracked when he spoke. He didn't ask for a spotlight. He asked for a way out. But God didn't shout. He didn't explain. He just said, "I will be with you." And sometimes that was enough. Not always, not every moment, but enough to take one more step. Even when the road looked like shadows and dust. You don't need the whole path tonight, just one moment of stillness. And it's already here. Breathe. Let the weight in your shoulders drop just a little. There is a figure walking beside you. Not loud, not rushing, just staying. You've passed this place before, in dreams, in memories. A night field, tall grass brushing your legs. A moon that doesn't glare, only listens. The stars aren't watching, they're resting too. Like you. The wind doesn't ask questions, it just breathes with you. And that figure, still walking beside you. Their steps match yours, or maybe yours match theirs. Sometimes they pause. And when they do, you feel it. A hand resting gently on your shoulder. It doesn't push, it doesn't pull. It just reminds you you're not alone. You think you might know their name, but it's not on the surface right now. It's somewhere deeper. Like a hymn you haven't sung in years. But the tune still lives in your bones. They look at you, but not in the way you're used to. It's not about fixing, or changing, or explaining. They just see you as you are. And still, they walk with you. The field stretches on, but there's no destination. Just the walk. Just the presence. Just enough peace for this breath. You keep walking. But your feet don't feel heavy. It's more like floating just above the ground. The kind of movement that requires no strength. Because it's not about reaching, it's about being. There's a soft hill ahead. The figure walks beside you still. The wind brushes your cheek like fingers tucking in a blanket. And you notice something, a sound, not loud, but steady, like a whisper through grass or the voice of a memory. It's the story, the one you thought you forgot. A bush burning with light but not consumed. A name being called more than once. A voice that doesn't argue, just speaks. I will be with you. The fire doesn't hurt, It doesn't demand. It just reminds that even in wilderness, there is a presence. And now you walk among trees. Not quite a forest, more like silhouettes. Each one shaped by breath, by waiting, by prayer. And the hand, that same hand, is still resting on your shoulder. Not holding you down, just reminding you you're not forgotten. The trees start to whisper, but they use no words. Just gentle rhythm like waves. And one of them, a little taller, holds something at its base. A scroll rolled tight, untouched. You reach for it, but not to open, just to know it's there. It's not time yet, but the story waits. You're not missing anything, you're arriving slowly. Like dawn creeping through a shuttered window. And he walks beside you. Like he did with the trembling man before Pharaoh. Like he did through parted waters and dry riverbeds. Like he does now. There's a name on the edge of your memory. It hums in your chest. You don't need to say it, not tonight. Just let it glow like a candle that's never gone out. And the story, it doesn't have to end. Because you're still in it. The field, the steps, the breath beside you. All of it says, you're not alone. You never were. You just needed stillness to feel it again. Like a song you don't remember learning, but somehow still know. And in the quiet, you hear it. His voice, soft as wind, strong as promise. I will be with you. Always. The night deepens. But somehow it feels lighter. As if darkness itself is softening. Not erasing, just holding you differently. You stop walking. But not because you're tired. It's more like your body knows this is where something shifts. A stone nearby catches your eye, round, smooth, warm. You sit, it welcomes you. The figure beside you sits too. But you still don't look, you don't need to. Because his presence is not in form, but in stillness. Like the way you feel the sun even with your eyes closed. And in this stillness, you remember a moment. From long ago, or maybe yesterday. when you were unsure, afraid to speak, afraid to move. But something or someone stood behind you and whispered, "It's okay." That memory has no name, but it carries the same voice you hear now. The same breath woven into the wind. You close your eyes, but you're not asleep. Not yet. You're floating in the place between thought and dream. And the story continues. A man, once a shepherd, now standing before fire. Shoes off, heart racing, hands trembling. But the voice is not asking for strength. It is promising presence. I will be with you. Not as a taskmaster, not as a storm, but as breath, as ground beneath bare feet, as fire that burns without consuming. And somehow, this memory of Moses feels like yours. As if you too have stood before a mystery. Afraid, but not alone. As if you too were given a promise when all you wanted was to hide. You feel your body soften more. The breath slows, the muscles uncoil. And the figure beside you, still there, still near. No questions asked, no demands made. Just company. Just presence. Just love that makes no sound but fills the silence. The wind lifts again. This time carrying with it the scent of rain. Not a storm, just enough to cool the earth. You look at your hands. They're empty, but not lacking. Because some things you don't need to hold to know they are yours. The name, still humming in your chest, is closer now. But still not ready. Still not said aloud. And that's okay. Because he knows. He always has. And in that knowing, you rest. You feel something. A warmth. Like a candle lit behind your ribs. You didn't light it, but it's there. Not flickering, just steady. And beside you, that figure again. Walking now through tall grass. Your steps don't make a sound. Not even a whisper. It's not a dream, but it's not the day either. This is the hour where God speaks without moving his lips. And your soul, it listens. There's a tree ahead. You know it's old, but it's not tired. Its branches hold the sky like someone protecting a child. You pause beneath it. The wind hushes. The stars all seem to draw closer, like they're leaning in to listen too. And he speaks. Not in words, not this time, but in knowing. The kind that settles in your chest and makes room. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. You don't know what you'll be asked to carry. But tonight, you are not asked to carry anything. Only to breathe. Only to let go. Only to feel what it's like to be truly held. And suddenly, you remember a hand. Not pressing, not pulling. Just resting softly on your shoulder. You didn't notice it at first. But now it's everything. Not because it fixes anything, but because it doesn't leave. Like the God who spoke in the dark and said, "I will be with you." Not only when you stand strong, but especially when you sink down. Especially when you sit under a tree in the middle of nowhere. Especially when your hands are empty. Especially when you forget the name you once knew. You feel that candle again. Still burning. Still gentle. Still enough. The night deepens. But it doesn't close in. It stretches, wide, soft, like a sky that's been waiting just for you. The figure is still beside you. Still walking, still quiet. But not absent. Not cold. Not distant. You don't speak, but something in you softens. Like wet earth after the first spring rain. And he sees that. Doesn't rush it, doesn't name it. Just walks a little slower now. So you don't have to catch up. And there, in that field of midnight, he shows you something. Not with hands, but with memory. The way a parent might show a child how to breathe through trembling. You see a fire. Not burning, but alive. It flickers inside a bush, but the branches don't curl. The leaves don't wither, the air doesn't recoil. It just is. And somehow, you're not afraid. You move closer, not with feet, but with trust. The figure beside you pauses, lets you watch, lets you remember. The fire doesn't speak at first, but you hear something. A name, not yours, not yet, but familiar, ancient, and full of kindness. The way light fills a room before you realize the sun has risen. And then, that voice. Not loud, not soft, but steady and full of belonging. I will be with you. The words settle like dust on your eyelashes. Not heavy, but noticeable. You blink. Not in surprise, but in surrender. And that figure beside you, still there, still present, still unnamed. But somehow, you don't need the name anymore. You just know. And the knowing is enough. You keep walking, but it doesn't feel like walking anymore. It feels like floating, not above the ground, but through it. Like the earth knows your name. Like the wind is waiting. The figure is still there, still beside you. You don't talk. You just breathe. Together, a rhythm forming. Like tide, like heartbeat. And above you, the stars don't shimmer. They pulse, softly, gently. The way lullabies drift through thin curtains. You pause at a tree. Old, hollow, still living. And somehow, you feel like it knows you. Its bark scarred in rings. Its roots sprawling under your feet. The figure rests a hand on the trunk, then looks at you. You can't see the face, but you feel the gaze. Warm, patient. The kind of gaze that waits for you to arrive even when you're already there. And then, a flicker. In the distance, a candle still burning. You didn't know it was yours, but it is. Its flame doesn't dance. It holds steady, like a promise spoken once and never taken back. You move toward it, not fast, not slow. just enough, just present. The figure stays behind, but not away. Still in your breath, still in your steps. And as you near the flame, you remember something. Not a word, not a verse, but a sense that even in the dark, you were never walking alone. Even in the silence, you were being sung to. Even now, as sleep folds over your shoulders. He walks still, not ahead, not behind, beside, always. And the name you couldn't remember. Maybe it doesn't need remembering. Maybe just feeling it is enough. Maybe you're already held. You don't have to try. Just be here. With me. That's enough. Let your shoulders sink. Let the covers rise and fall with your breath. Like waves, you don't have to swim. There is a voice. You've heard it before, but you don't know where. It doesn't call you by what others called you. It uses something older, truer, almost a whisper, almost a memory. Not quite clear, but you lean into it. There is warmth in the air. Not heat. Warmth. Like light. But without a source. It's just here. With you. Folding around you like a robe. You move through a place that isn't quite real. Stone corridors. Soft sandals. The sound of robes brushing the floor. A hand touches your shoulder. You don't look up. You don't need to. You know. You are known. Someone calls your name. Not out loud. Not in a language. It's like your name is inside the air. And the air is inside you. You smile. Not because of anything. Just because you are remembered. Fully. Gently. Lovingly. In a room not far, a candle is still burning. It flickers softly, but never goes out. You wonder what's behind the curtain. Not afraid, just curious. You hear a breath, not yours, not quite near, but steady, like it's waiting for you to match it. You inhale, and something lifts. Not a burden, a shadow, maybe. It doesn't matter now. You are safe. Not because of walls, but because of presence. A presence that never asked you to earn it, only to rest. So, you feel a hem brush past you, like a robe on stone, soft, heavy, grounding. The kind of presence that makes you forget you were ever alone. And somewhere in your half-sleeping mind, a name echoes, not shouted, not said, but left there like a scent that lingers. It's yours. It always was. There's something about silence. It holds more than noise ever could. And in this silence, you hear more. Not with your ears, but with something softer, deeper. It's not words. It's knowing. Like someone brushing the dust from your memory. Do you remember the field behind the house? The tall grass. How it whispered when the wind passed through. You were small, but you knew joy. You didn't have to name it. It just was. And now, that joy brushes past you again. Like the edge of a robe, trailing behind someone walking just ahead. They don't turn around, but they know you're there. They walk slower, just so you can keep up. The light in this dream doesn't hurt your eyes. It doesn't even need to be light. Just comfort. A warmth behind your ribs, where worry used to live. Now it's something else. Something holy. A voice comes again. Still not loud. Still not clear. But full and wide and gentle. It says, I have called you by name. You are mine. And that's all it says. But somehow, that's everything. The wind shifts. Not to move anything, just to remind you it's still here. Like presence, like nearness, like someone who doesn't need to knock because you already opened the door. You didn't even realize it was open. But it was. It always was. You feel something around your wrist. Not heavy. Not binding. But steady. Like someone is holding your pulse and blessing it. And you don't need to know who or why, because the knowing is enough. Your name lingers again, not shouted, not spoken, just placed, like a folded cloth on holy ground. You rest there without needing to ask if it's okay, because the invitation was always waiting. You don't remember when it opened, but the door was always there, just waiting. Not for you to knock, not for you to push, just waiting for you to notice. It wasn't locked, wasn't hidden. It was never meant to be earned, only entered. And when you step in, nothing demands from you. No questions, no test, no list of things to fix. Only quiet and light and a kind of peace you forgot was real. You walk farther in, but you don't walk alone. That presence is still there, the one that walks slower for you, the one who waits. They don't hold your hand, but you feel them every time your shoulder relaxes, every time your breath deepens, every time your heart forgets to panic. That's when you know they're still with you, not behind, not ahead, beside, always beside. You move past a curtain now, thin, sheer, barely there. Like stepping through memory, like stepping through veil. On the other side is not heaven. Not yet. It's something else, something in between. Like a place carved just for you, not to impress you, just to hold you. A chair, worn smooth from waiting. A window framed with ivy. A robe folded near the fire. You sit, not because you're tired, but because you're home. And in the quiet, something brushes past again, that same hymn. It lingers this time, resting on your foot like someone knelt beside you, just long enough for you to feel seen. You don't need words. You don't need explanation. You don't even need to ask if you're welcome. The welcome was stitched into the walls. Typefaces. You lean your head back, close your eyes again. The warmth of the room holds you. And if there's a whisper, you almost hear it. The light in the room doesn't come from the fire. It comes from the silence. A kind of glow that doesn't need a source. It just is. Like peace. Like breath. You don't need to see everything. You just need to be inside it. And now you are. The robe is still by the fire. Still folded, still waiting. You haven't touched it. Not yet, but somehow you know it fits. It was always meant for you. There's a breeze again, a soft shift in the air. Like someone walking by, not in a hurry, not going far. Just letting you know you're not the only one here. You close your eyes, not because you're tired, but because something in you knows the world behind your eyelids is just as real. And when you breathe this time, you hear the echo, not your own, not exactly. Like someone breathing with you. Steady, unrushed. Present. And then the whisper, almost too soft to hear. Your name. Spoken like a secret, like a memory that's always known. Not called out, not shouted, not even summoned. Just said because it matters. Like someone reminding you, you belong. You don't answer. You don't need to. You just let it sink in. That moment holds you longer than a minute, softer than a song. And the robe by the fire, it's no longer folded, it's been draped across the chair. As if someone knew you'd be cold. But you're not. Not really. The warmth is enough. You reach for the edge anyway, just to feel the weight, just to feel the fabric, and something deeper, the feeling of being expected. Someone thought of you. Long before this room, long before this rest. Your name wasn't whispered tonight for the first time. It's been whispered since before you were formed. It echoes through your dreams now, soft and steady, like a rhythm deeper than sound. and in the far corner of the room, the candle still burns. But the flame wavers, not fading, just dancing, as if something unseen just passed by again. You don't need to open your eyes. You already know. You are not alone. You don't remember when it began. Maybe it didn't begin at all. Maybe it's always been here. This feeling, like someone waiting, not rushing, not demanding, just waiting. You walk through something soft, maybe grass, maybe a memory. Your steps don't make sound, but the sky listens. A soft hush around you, like a robe brushing past. It doesn't scare you. It reminds you of what? You're not sure yet. A light in the distance, warm, unflickering, like a home with no walls. You walk toward it slowly, but not out of fear. You want it to last. Every step, every breath, a presence beside you. No footsteps, no shadow, but you know you're not alone. And you hear it. So soft, it feels inside you. Not with ears, but in the space behind your ribs. Your name, not shouted, not called across distance, whispered, like it's always been there, like it knows how to find you, like it never lost you. You close your eyes, but somehow you see clearer, not with sight, with soul. There's a hill ahead. It's not steep, but it feels important. You don't rush. You let the wind walk with you. You reach the top and sit. The figure sits beside you. No words, only breath, only silence. The kind that holds you, not binds you, just lets you be. Your shoulders release. Your thoughts fade, and the flame still there, still warm, still steady, still burning for you. You don't need to go further. You don't need to earn this. You're already here. You are known. You are safe. You are His. You're not alone here. Even if you've fallen asleep, even if your thoughts have drifted far, and you no longer remember why you pressed play, a light still glows, soft and steady, a warmth in the room, not from a flame, but from something deeper. You are held. You've always been, even when you forgot to believe it. There's no sound now, except your breath and mine. The two of us, side by side, even if you don't feel it, even if you never say it out loud. I never left. I remain. A blanket still tucked over your shoulders. A room still warm. A peace that hums beneath the silence. There's no need to stir. No need to rise. You are where you need to be. Do you remember the candle? It hasn't gone out. Its light dances faintly on the wall, flickering like the heartbeat of this room. And still, the air is steady, like a breath waiting to be noticed, like my presence. Never loud, never rushing in, only staying, only staying. You don't need words. Not tonight. Let me speak for you. Let me cover what still aches. Let me bless what's still raw. Let me hold what you no longer want to carry. There is no shame. There is no time. Only rest. Only stillness. You have made it to this moment. This one. And that is enough. Let the silence stretch, like wings unfolding, like a prayer that doesn't need sound. a whisper still lingering. I lay down and slept. I woke again, for the Lord sustained me. And if you don't wake for a while, that's all right too. You are sustained. Even now. A sigh, a hush, a warmth that does not fade. Nothing has changed. He remains. And you are not forgotten. Not now, not ever. You are still here. Not because you're trying. Not because you're holding on. But because He is. He is holding you. Without condition. Without effort. Without demand. Like the warm weight of a blanket that stays even when you forget it's there. Like breath that rises without a plan, that falls without being asked. Tonight, you are allowed to stop watching, stop waiting, stop bracing. You are not alone in the room. Even if it feels quiet, even if it feels long, because stillness is not the same as absence. It is the whisper before the name, the exhale before the dawn, the hush that tells you you are safe. There is a light still flickering in the hallway, not bright enough to wake you, but just enough to let you know someone is home. He is still here. He was always here. Even in the years you thought you were abandoned. Even in the nights you couldn't speak His name. Even when you walked out and never meant to come back. He never left the room. Now, His hand is still resting on your shoulder, not to push, not to hold you still, just to say, I'm not going anywhere. The windows are closed, so the room is warm, and He remains. You don't have to believe it all right now. You don't have to remember the verses. You don't have to whisper back. You only need to breathe. Let it be enough. Just this breath and the next. There is no test tonight, no lesson to pass, no failure to undo, only a presence who is not leaving. The air thickens with peace, as if the walls themselves have remembered what it means to be sacred. You may not feel it yet. That's okay. The candle is still burning. You are still here. And he is not done staying. There is a stillness, so quiet, you can't tell if you're dreaming or remembering. The blanket hasn't moved, and yet somehow you feel warmer. The room has not changed, but something inside it has softened. You're not sure when. You're not sure how. But the breath in your chest no longer feels afraid. He has spoken without words. He has answered without asking. Maybe you heard it as a sigh or in the way your shoulder dropped without warning. That's how peace comes. Not loud, not demanding, just presence. Still here, still close, still holding. Sometimes he stays in silence because that's what you need. No lessons, no noise, just his nearness. There's a chair in the corner of the room. You don't remember placing it there, but it's always been waiting, like he has. If he were to speak now, he wouldn't raise his voice. He would whisper so softly, you'd feel it in your bones before you heard it in your ears. He would say, I'm still here. The world may turn. Seasons may shift. People may walk in and out. But I do not leave. I remain. When the prayers stop, when the faith flickers, when the words dry up, I remain. Your eyelids are heavier now. You may not hear every word. That's okay. They weren't meant to be remembered. They were meant to rest with you. Tao. So even if the night stretches on, even if dreams are slow to come, He will be here until the morning returns. And even then, He'll still be here. Even now, even in this breathless hush, you are not alone. There is a presence here. Not loud, not pressing, not even asking for attention, but faithful and near. A stillness that holds everything. Even the things you've forgotten to release. The room remembers you. The warmth remains. Even when you do not stir. Your breathing slows again. There's a peace beyond words. And it does not need your understanding. There is nothing to solve, nothing to rehearse, no one to impress, just the sacred quiet, just this moment. Let it stretch. Let it drift. Let it hold you. Because it will. Even if you wander into dreams, even if you lose the thread, even if you don't hear the end, He does not leave. This quiet is not empty. It is full of His presence, and you are not far from it. You are within it, like a whisper inside a whisper. The night has grown deeper, but it's soft, not sharp. Even the shadows have exhaled. And you can too. Right here. Right now. You don't have to try. Not even to believe. Just let the silence believe for you. Let your body forget it's heavy. Let your breath forget to count. Let your heart sink into still waters. There's nothing rushing in. No thought knocking on the door. The hallway is clear. The light has dimmed, but the flame remains. Not to wake you, but to keep you kept. This is the blessing that even without a word, He speaks peace. Even without a thought, He thinks of you. Even when your body rests, He does not. There's a kindness in the dark. It wraps around you now, like a breath, like a hand, like a whisper. No need to answer. Just stay. Just let go. He remains. He was always here. You're not dreaming. Not yet. But the dream has begun to reach for you. Like a tide pulling softly at your feet. No urgency. Just invitation. There is a place just past the veil of thought where no striving can follow. You are approaching it now, not by walking, not by thinking, but by softening. The way petals fall, or lamps dim, or laughter fades in a room now empty. Even silence is not alone here. It is full of presence, of promise. He remains. Even when you are not listening. Even when your spirit drifts too far to name. That's all right. He never needed you to hold on. He's the one holding you. The covers rise and fall. Your chest moves like a tide. Still breathing. Still safe. The kind of peace that does not depend on awareness. You've slipped past knowing. And still, He knows you. There's a prayer still being spoken, but it doesn't need words anymore. Just presence, just breath, just light. Not the kind that shines, the kind that warms, that holds the shape of who you are. Even when you've stopped being awake, even when you've stopped remembering the story, he continues. The way stars continue, long after we've shut our eyes. The way grace lingers, after all the prayers have ended, set. You don't have to reach for it. It's already here, like the shape of your pillow, like the space your hand fills beneath the blanket. There is no loss now, only presence. He remains, and so do you, not as a thought, not as a name, but as a soul in rest. Let him stay near. Let the silence settle deeper. Let even these words fade. You're still here. Not by effort, not by holding on, but because something gentle hasn't let go. Even as your thoughts wander and your breathing evens out, you remain held. The room is unchanged. The presence is unchanged. The silence is not empty, it's full of him. A quiet breath, a hush that lingers. He who guards you does not slumber. And if you feel as if your body has fallen a little deeper into the blanket, it's only because you've stopped resisting rest. You are not the one keeping yourself afloat anymore. You're being carried. You're being remembered. You're not forgotten, even as your name slips beyond your own thoughts. The Lord sustains you. You may drift now. Let the blanket weigh down your thoughts. Let your chest rise slowly and fall. If a word appears, let it fade. If a memory comes, don't hold it. Let it walk itself to the edge of your dream and disappear. There is no need to finish this sentence or to remember what came before it. You are no longer listening. You are no longer thinking. You are simply being. Like the lamp in the corner whose light grows dim but never fully goes out. Like the air that still holds warmth after everyone else has gone. Like a breath that stays even when you're not aware you're breathing. A voice is here, not mine, not yours, but the one who said your name before you were born. He whispers, still, but there is no pressure to hear. Only a hum. Only the weight of peace. Only the rustle of his robe as he passes gently through your dreaming. There is nothing left for you to do. Nothing left to fix. No ending you must reach. No words you must pray. Just a final sigh. Just a stillness that stays. And even that, you don't need to hold. He remains. You're not alone. And nothing has changed.